This is me, and I used to work at a second-hand Lego store. One day, this kid and his dad come in with a huge list of parts that they were looking for. So I asked the kid what he needs, and this kid shows me this stack of notebook paper, and it looked like this. Every piece he needed was painstakingly drawn on it in pencil, and it was all like big rock pieces and big walls. And next to each drawing was how many he needed. And it wasn't like 3 or 4 or 6. No, this kid needed hundreds of each piece. Something like 300 wall pieces, 800 2x4 gray bricks, 600 rock pieces. I looked at this list and I asked him, "What in the world are you building, good sir?" He told me he is building a chair, and looking at all the pieces he needed, I'm inclined to believe it. And so I give him back the stack of papers and say what I always do: good luck. And there he goes, off digging through the bulk tables, happy as a clam. The craziest part about this is that this kid kept coming back like every other day with that same stack of notebook papers, looking for odd pieces in quantities that I guarantee you are not in those bulk bins, but at the same time, I admire the dedication, so Godspeed to you, little dude, Godspeed. Some of these kids are really funny and I love making them laugh. One bit I did that always killed for some reason is whenever a kid wants a minifigure out of the case, when I go to grab it, I say, "Point to the one that you want." And they say, "I want this one." So then I point to the one next to it and I go, "This?" And they go, "No, I want that one." And I go, "This one?" And they go, "No, I want that one." "This one?" "No!"
And just when I can tell that they're starting to get a little frustrated, that's when I go, "Oh, this one. Why didn't you just say so?"
Drives the kids crazy. They realize it's a joke. They start laughing, and it always makes the parents laugh. It brings down the house every time. I sincerely have no idea why. Sometimes a kid wanted to buy a bunch of stuff, and they would ask me how much everything they want is going to cost, just to check to see if they have enough money. Now, I like to make them do the math themselves because, well, it makes their eyesight better, and it's stuff like 9 plus 8 anyway, so it's no big deal. But this backfires, because what will happen sometimes is you get a kid who, well, math isn't really their thing. And then you get this awkward scene of a parent getting super embarrassed that their 10-year-old is struggling to climb the mathematical Everest that is 9 plus 12. And sometimes the parents just stand there gritting their teeth. "What's the answer, child?" Usually, one of 3 things are going to happen. Either me or the parent helps the kid work it out. That's usually the best outcome. I think that's the healthiest. Another option is the parent just says the result out loud, which I think is the cheap way out. But the one that always makes me feel the worst is when the parents start berating the poor little booger. "You spent all this time in school and now you can't figure out." And that always makes me feel terrible. Like, leave the poor kid alone, okay? He's not good at math. That's fine. Nothing good ever came from numbers anyway. And then it gets doubly sad when the kid adds up everything finally and it turns out he's way over budget. He has to remove stuff and then add everything up all over again. So we're right back to the start. I was talking to a pair of brothers one day. One of them was older than the other. They were 11 and 7. You'll find out how I know their ages in a minute. And somehow we get on the topic of generations because, that's definitely what kids like talking about. And I mentioned that I'm a millennial. And the 11-year-old says, "I'm Gen Z, but my brother is Gen Alpha." I don't even know if that's correct, honestly. And the little kid was like, "Yeah, I'm 7 years old. How old are you?" And I say back, "I'm whatever years old. I was born in the year 1990X. The little kid says, "Whoa," and he gets this expression on his face like he's thinking, and suddenly he looks at me dead in the eye and says, "Were you a slave?"